that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
We're up and running then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Curtis Jones, is someone who's shown remarkable maturity since his tender years, Peter. He's going to be...
Jones! It's in! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Semenyo. Now, can they get him away? McAllister.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Jones. And he was quick to react. Could move up a gear here. Ekitike. And it's Soboslai. And here's Jones. Tries to play it through. Ekitike is onto this. And a chance! Oh, that is rather wayward. Oh, easy pickings there. Opts for safety.
Manchester are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Gravenberg has created one goal already. Jones. Isak receives it in a good position here. Jones.
Liverpool really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
The referee's awarded a free kick. O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva. And that has put paid to that. Ake cuts out the pass. Bernardo Silva. Pass somewhat off target. Van Dijk. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Ekitike. And here's Soboslai. And it's made its way to him. Showing good feet. And Konate. And it's Robertson. Bernardo Silva. Jones. He'll try from distance! Now, oh, he's been caught napping! That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Substitution on the field. Number 42, Semenyo.
They've played it
Coming on
short.
to replace him is number 16.
Flings in across. Oh, well played. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Doku. Pass is just off target. That's been cut out, well played. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Isak. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Liverpool couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Can he get on the end of this? That's a shade optimistic. Cherki. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Turns back here, probably the best option. McAllister. And it's Gravenberch. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. That gets us going once more.
Manchester can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now this could be a chance. Szoboszlai. And here's Isak. And it's Gravenberch. McAllister. Now it's Haaland.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Szoboszlai. And it's Jones. Ekitike. Now it's McAllister. Szoboszlai. And it's Jones. Bernardo Silva did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Alisson claims comfortable. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. He shoots! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Jones really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Great vision. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And now they can clear their lines. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
McAllister. And here's Haaland. Haaland being given no time to... And Bernardo Silva! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Bernardo Silva threads one in. Cherki. And he's whipped it across. Konate is there, and he can get that clear. Ekitike. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Szoboszlai. Isaac does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Szoboszlai. Now it's Jones. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. This is a promising build-up. And he's forced to go back. Frimpong. And that's a throw-in. Matheus Nunes. That has ended up in no man's land.
Liverpool have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
This looks promising.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bernardo Silva. Ekitike. Now then, the ball's come loose. Haaland. Haaland! And it's in!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Cherki! And that could come back to haunt them.
Cherki was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop!
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So we have movement on both benches.
Silva. Coming on the field.
That's
is
a decent clearance.
Number 47, Phil Foden. Substitution in progress.
Foot in.
Manchester really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Gravenberg. Szoboszlai. Hops for safety. Time added on 4 minutes. It's an inviting looking ball, that. No, not quite on the same wavelength. But he's intervened well there. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's found a way through. Foden, he is through here. And he thumps it clear. And that is as far as it goes. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal.
Unlucky
Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So bring it on.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be...
Can he finish? And that has fair fizzed. And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. Great vision. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Chance, surely! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Can he get on the end of this? Konate spots it and intercepts. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think an awful lot has been said already about this guy, Federico Chiesa. He's capable of playing in all forward positions, and I like the way he looks in more fluid systems, which often play without a designated number 9.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Oh no, this does not look good. That's gone for a throw-in. Chiesa chasing after it. Konate, quarter of an hour played. Now it's Isak. Wirtz! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's come to nothing. Pinged towards the front line. So we're still where we started right now. Doku. Oh, that's nice. He's picked his way through. The cutback. Konate attempts a clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Knocks it into space, and he's worked it through. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Isak was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Jones, and here's Chiesa. Konate, and that's really well manoeuvred. Liverpool have it back and can go again.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Nicely weighted ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Gravenberg. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Isak. And that is expertly dealt with.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Haaland. Jones. Looking for the run. Robertson deals with that comfortably. Jones. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And that's been won straight back. It's a goal kick. Just past the 40th minute mark. And it's Wirtz. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Liverpool clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's lost his man here. Soboslai is flagged offside.
There will be 1 minute at a
Stood
time.
up well to him there. Well, that's been cut out, well played. That's the end of the first 45. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team
So
couldn't
it's been
make the
even
most
so
of what
far.
looked like a
Which
pretty
way will things go
high-octane
in the
start,
second
Peter.
half?
But this
Ours, of
break
course.
should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Jones.
That's positional gold. The utilisation of...
Chance for a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Great chance! But he's left disappointed. Wirtz. Szoboszlai. And here's Szoboszlai. This looks promising. Bullish header! Oh, off the bar! Nearly, but not quite.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
Matheus Nunes. And Cherki. Haaland. Closing in on goal. And that is masterful defending. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Pass somewhat off target. Cherki. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Chiesa threads one in. Haaland looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And a chance! Frimpong. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Robertson, quality ball. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Cherki, not one to pass up the chance to run at the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
And here's Chiesa, and here's Isak. Shapes to shoot! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Isak cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. And he is deftly away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Konate defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Szoboszlai. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Gravenberch. And it's Jones.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Liverpool really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Substitution on the field.
So,
Number
third
10,
corner of the game.
Ryan Cherki. Coming on to
Szoboszlai
replace him
moves
is
short.
Number 47, Phil Foden. Substitution
That's very
taking
neat.
place.
Szoboszlai knocks it out wide, and it's made its way to him. Isak receives him, and the shot! And he's stuck it away! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
And that has put paid to that.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Nico Gonzalez, nicely spread.
Foden, Liverpool have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Frimpong. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Szoboszlai. This is promising. It's not an especially good pass, that. That's the end. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Unlucky lads. Let's hope
So
for
there
better
it
luck
is.
next
What
time.
struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become...
And so the calm before the storm. Again,
Hello,
this
everybody,
so
and welcome to
engraved
today's
into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Wirtz tries across. Not the most convincing of passes. Doku. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Isak. And here's Chiesa. And it's McAllister. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, it's not very often you look at your goalkeeper as a source of inspiration, but I think we can make an exception for Gianluigi Donnarumma. Such an incredible player, one of the safest pair of hands around.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Gravenberch. Now that looks a decent ball. Well read, nice interception.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now, can they get him away? Engages and forces him off the ball. Isak.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Szoboszlai really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Tries from distance. And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Szoboszlai. Oh, cracking ball. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Knocks it into space. Doku unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has ended up in no man's land. That has not gone well. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Liverpool really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Konate. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. And it's McAllister. And it's Gravenberch. To McAllister. Gravenberch! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, sweet feet. And that is headed for the middle. Donnarumma claims it. Safe hands. Now it's Doku. Doku has been caught there. It's a foul. He's not got that quite right. And here's Doku. Doku showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Well,
Let's
this
hope
will
the
have
boys
given
can
them a
turn it up
chance
for the
to look
second.
for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break.
Substitutions taking place.
Away we go again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Szoboszlai. Gravenberg. Wirtz. Lovely, now then. Nico Gonzalez. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Liverpool have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Haaland. Cherki. Looking to play him in. Oh, well played, well played. And now the breakaway. Wirtz is herring after that one. McAllister. McAllister charging forward, the ball at his feet. He is through here. And it's McAllister. And here's Isak. And Gravenberg. Spread to the right. Now, what about a counter-attack? Some good work on the right flank here. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Good effort from distance. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Gonzalez gathers from the goal kick. Looking for options for movement. Real chance! And he's there to get it away. Referee's given a throw. Oh no, what has happened here? Doku has cut it out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be interesting.
Can he finish? Szoboszlai. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Gravenberg. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Space for him to turn and look. Crossed into the box. Good read, needed to be.
Liverpool truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, super ball. Shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option.
He's having a hit!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Always goal side. Robertson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Passes coming off in quick succession here. McAllister. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Isak. Wits. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given...
And the shot! That's got him rattled. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Szoboszlai. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So we have movement on
Ryan
both
Shaki.
benches.
Number 20, Bernardo Silva.
Pinches it off him.
Coming on the field.
Frimton.
Number 47.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Gehi makes the interception.
Reinders. Substitution. There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Unlucky, lads. Let's hope for better
The
luck
end of the
next
game.
time.
Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.